we were just speaking, some of this film was shot in France on sound stages, where obviously you have a lot of control over light and things like that, but then you had some of it shot in Mexico.
Yeah.
What were the challenges between the two, and how did you develop on the sound stages?
So actually the two were responding to each other's limitations. The reason we shot most of the film in the studio was like you had to be able to switch to an opera genre very easily. The lights had to be able to switch off. The sun had to be able to switch off on a specific line even. So the studio was an obvious choice. But then you kind of lack maybe reality or the accidents that would happen when you're actually in the street. And the locations we shot in Mexico were really responding to that necessity. And that's the reason why we shot, for example, the ending scene, the very last scene, is a return to reality and to the territory and the people.
And every camera and every lens has its own character. So how did you go about choosing the ones that would be appropriate for this?
So to choose the cameras, we really did a lot of tests. We were at one point imagining the whole film would be on maybe a black background with just a piece of realistic set around the actresses. But we dropped that when we tested it. We thought the movie was maybe too off the ground, was seeming a bit strange, and we circled back to this kind of in-between world between realism and I don't know, poetry. And we tested in the same time lenses, anamorphic versus spherical, and we just found the package that Jacques loved the most in the end. Yeah.
And for you, what was the most magical moment for you when everything, all the work that you've done came together and you realized that this was going to be something special?
Yeah, there was something special with the dancing scenes. It was a lot of preparation. We had seen the choreography, obviously, but we also had tested how to film them with fewer dancers in advance. We had little tests about the editing, but it was all happening in an ugly big room, and suddenly you arrive and the lights are all wired and controlled by big consoles, and you have 150 extras and the set is there. So and you think, okay, it's happening right now. It will not be tomorrow. It will not be like this is happening. All the work is like coming into that second.
Well, congratulations. It's a fantastic piece of work and lovely to speak to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you